If you subscribe because you wanted to know when Jesus was born, I won't keep you in suspense. He was born on the Feast of Tabernacles. If we simply do the math why he was not born in December, it would stop at shepherds don't sleep outside in the December cold. Or the emperor would have never sent the people back to their city of birth, possibly dying in the cold. Not because the emperor was a nice guy, but because he likes collecting taxes from the Jews every year. A dead person doesn't pay taxes. So that's why he didn't send them out in December to die in desert colds as they walked to their birth town. In order to further explain how I got to that date, I need to explain to you the calendar of God. In Exodus 6:12-2, God said to Moses and Aaron, "This month shall be for you the beginning of months." That month began when light and dark were perfectly balanced at the equinox. Genesis 1:3-5, God creates light. God separates light from darkness. God calls the separation a day. Therefore, God starts counting time when light and darkness divide evenly. God prepared a calendar of 364 days. Now it's been proven we need 365 days and a quarter to fulfill a year. Yet God had a 364-day calendar, so how is it fixed that those days don't shift? In the Qumran scrolls, the priest talked about the year of release. It says the year of release is counted with an extra day. They were talking about a Shemitah year. That is a year where the land gets a year's rest so it can recover. An extra day, much like a leap year, only our leap days fix the clock, theirs healed the land. In Babylonian exile, the Israelites lost their calendar as they adopted Babylonian traditions. When they returned to Israel, they started measuring time by the moon instead of the sun, and they took the names of each month with them. The prophet Malachi had warned the priests that corruption would enter into their worship. You can find this at Malachi 1-6 and 7 and 2.7 and 8. Only Daniel and the priests from Qumran stayed true to God's calendar. So now you know God has an actual calendar, and his people, since Babylon, have their own rabbinic calendar, and sometimes, like a broken watch that shows the correct time twice a day, these two calendars match up. They matched up at Jesus' birth and when Jesus fulfilled the feasts. Passover, Jesus died. Unleavened bread. His body lay in the tomb without decay. First fruits. He rose from the dead as the first fruits. And Pentecost is when the Holy Spirit descended. The Feast of Trumpets and Yom Kippur, our Judgment Day, will be fulfilled at his return. On the first day of Tabernacles, Jesus was born at first daylight, John 8:12. We read that Jesus actually said on the Feast of Tabernacles, "I'm the light of the world." 8 days later, on the last great day of the feast, he was circumcised, the sign of the covenant as spoken of in Genesis 17. On God's calendar, Tabernacles is the 15th day of the 7th month. That's on October 2nd each year. It does not move on God's perfect calendar. God's calendar never changes. The modern Jewish calendar will line up again around Rosh Hashanah 2031, meaning the feasts in those weeks will fall back into perfect sync. God dwelled among the Israelites in the desert on day 1 in year 2 on God's calendar. They build him a tent. At first daylight, God came down to live in it. Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Exodus 40:33-35. In the first days, a cloud guided God's people. In the last days, a star guided them. See how it all lines up? If there are any questions, I'll gladly answer them in the comments. There are so many pagan rituals we made our own without thinking. Did you know Sunday is the day we should worship the sun? And how about that Easter bunny or Santa Claus? Where did it all come from? Like and subscribe and hit that bell, as we're going to go in to all our Christian rituals.